see. Somebody's here. Hi, Burns. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Lady B. Ashley. How are you? So glad somebody's here. I wasn't sure. Hey, B. Hi, sis. Good to see you. Hey, just Teresa. Y'all hear me okay? Okay. Hey, Cindy. That's my other sister. Burns, do you mind if I make you a moderator? Out here in these streets. V, I'm gonna make you a moderator too. And Cindy, let's see. Okay. How are y'all tonight? It's my first live. Okay. Valencia, you're blue now. Thank you so much. Thank you, Just Teresa. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate y'all being here. Truly, truly appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. Verns, is it okay if I make you a moderator? I have some moderators, but they're very new at YouTube and moderating, so they're not, very versed on YouTube. Thank you, just Teresa. Oh, nephew. Okay, thank you, Verns. I appreciate it. Uh-oh, let me go back up. Okay, there we go. I was trying to actually get in touch with you, Verns, yesterday, but I couldn't find an email for you. So I wanted to ask you if you would moderate for me today, but I couldn't find an email on you for some reason. And I don't have an Instagram or Facebook or any other social media, so which is not helpful. Hi, Triple C and Joe. How are you doing? Oh my goodness. Thank you for finding time to come over here. I know you guys are always live and busy and keeping it moving over in there. No, I know. My friends get on me all the time. I have spent my whole life avoiding social media. Okay, I went to your about page and I don't know. For some reason, an email wouldn't come up. Hi, Mecca. That's my cousin. Hi, Mecca. How are you doing? Thank you for coming on. Good to see some family. It's 9 o'clock and I'm out here doing this. It almost didn't happen. The devil was busy. I was trying to do the StreamYard. And so I had downloaded StreamYard and everything, but for some reason I couldn't get it to load on my computer. So I couldn't figure out what to do. And so I never could get it going because I thought I had to have StreamYard to be able to use it on my computer, but actually you only have to have StreamYard if you're trying to use it on your phone. So I talked to the fruitful wife and she actually helped me realize that I could just do it straight on YouTube. So until I get that StreamYard figured out, I'm just going live on YouTube. Yes. 10 people is not bad. First time I called, well, I have some good sister friends, and I was like, okay, I can hopefully at least count on 5 people I know. So I appreciate you all for being here, and my sisters and family so much. I really don't have it's 9 o'clock. I really don't have like a lesson plan for tonight. I really wanted tonight to just be about you all getting to know me a little bit and what the channel's about, and who I am and how this got started for me. So that's what I wanted tonight to be about. The funny thing is, on my video this week, I had put out my email, hoping that people would email me some questions wanting to know something about me, but I didn't get a single email. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to be on here talking and telling them whatever it is I want to know. So it's all good. Yes, it is all good. So I appreciate you all for being here. Hi, Lady B. Ashley. Oh, okay. Thank you, Burns. Remember, I'm going to write that down, junk closet too. Okay. At Gmail. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know why. I was looking through your channel and I couldn't find it. Maybe it's just me, something I was doing. I'm not sure. Yes. Hi, Zaya Rose. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming to my first live. I appreciate it. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm here doing my first live, which is good for me. I've never even been on social media before until I started doing YouTube in February was when I started. I think I started on YouTube like a little before January, but I didn't put my first video out until like ever. So, it says my connection is unstable. I don't know. Are you all still able to see me? Am I buffering or anything? Sure, Zaya. Yes, let me do that. Thank you. I appreciate. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. Oh, I'm buffering for you, Cindy. Uh-oh. Yes, thank you everybody for being here. So yes, this was my first, bit of social media. I am working, I'm using my computer. Does it make a difference if I'm using my computer versus my phone? It's a little grainy, maybe a dead spot in the house. Oh, great. Hopefully is it getting any better or am I still? No, it's not getting any better. Uh-oh. You find this interesting, Lady B. Ashley? Just gave an idea. Oh, okay. I'm glad you told me that. I didn't realize that. Okay, I'm good. It's a little bit better. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Hopefully I'm good on my mods for right now. I don't think I need too many. I'm not expecting any crazy people, but who knows? So, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad it's better. I'm glad it's a little bit better. Okay. And I live in Texas and grew up in San Antonio, Texas. And now I don't live in San Antonio. I'm kind of outside of Austin area, not too far, I'm married for the second time, actually, to the love of my life. Met when we were 19 and dated for many years and then broke up like most young couples do. Got married, went our own way, and then we met, got hooked back up 13 years later, and now we're married. We've been married for 5 years. From Irving, I am about 5 hours from Irving, maybe about 4 hours from Irving. Yes. So I do have a lot of family up in that area. All my family's in Texas. So yes. So I've been married for 5 years. Together, my husband and I have 5 children. Three of them are now grown, 18, 19, and 26, I think maybe almost 27. And then we have a set of 3-year-olds. So we are super busy starting over. Not 5 babies, just 3 babies. I mean, 2 babies and 3 grown, young adults finding their way through life and embarking upon all that means. And so, yeah, we're parenting on all different levels, parenting on all different levels. So yeah, we are, but it's fun, it's challenging, and everything in between. So yeah, we keep it busy. What else can I tell you all? Let's see. If y'all have any questions too for me, just throw it in the chat and I'll try to do my best I do work full time. I work in a hospital. I'm not a first responder, but I do make sure that the first responders are able to do that full time. I have a mother that I take care of. Also, she's in her own space, but I do a lot in helping her. And I have one brother who's 10 years older than me. So we grew up in the same house for a little while, but then not so much. After he was 8, when I was 8, he went into the military. And then I kind of was an only child almost, being at home by myself. So, but it's kind of nice. We both got to have our parents, at different phases in our lives. And that's been good. Hobbies. I'm super duper adventurous. There's not too much that I don't like to do. My favorite thing to do is just being outside in nature, being in water, being on an island, hiking. I love to, let's see, what else do I love to do? All kinds of stuff. I'm not as adventurous, like I'm not going to do bungee jumping or nothing like that, but I like to, ride bikes and I like to ride horses. I like to, snorkel and ride 4-wheelers and just all kinds of stuff. So, do I like junk food? Yeah, probably. Yeah, for sure. I have some junk food. My favorite junk food is ice cream. I could eat ice cream every day. My favorite flavor is pecan pralines and cream. So yeah, that's my favorite. And I'll always take a good Snickers. So those are my favorite. And then Cheetos. I love Cheetos. So those are things I try to stay away from. And I don't keep ice cream at my house because I will definitely eat it all. So those are my favorite junk foods. I have a wonderful sisterhood of friends since hi, One Sexy Southern Belle. Hi, thank you for coming in for my first live. I'm just here talking, giving everyone a chance to get to know me. I didn't really ask me questions and, find out a little bit about You Can Talk and how this all came about. So that's what I'm here. So if it doesn't last the whole hour, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I wanted to get on here and just kind of get this first live session out of my way so I wouldn't be all, just super nervous. So I felt like this was the best way to do it. Ice cream, yes. Been down since the 80s. Yes, we've been down since the 80s. My sisters, several of us, we met when we were, as early as 7 years old. and we did Girl Scouts together. We, went to elementary school, middle school, high school. Yes. Oh, yes. I do work in a hospital. I work in IT with the electronic health records. So I make sure that basically all the providers can document all the patient's information on the computer. So, hi, as told by Tina. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thanks for coming to my live, my first live. So, yeah, so did you get that, Burns? Yeah, I work in a hospital, full time. And let's see, I started out, actually, my very first job was the IT department. Yeah. Hi, thank you so much for coming in. My first job, actually, I was a dental hygienist for 10 years. So I did dental hygiene for, hi, Destiny Forever Walks. Hello, I'm doing good. Just getting through my first live session here. So I was a dental hygienist for 10 years. So I did that and worked in a dental office, private dental office, public health, all that. And then I went back to school, and because I knew I didn't want to be a dental hygienist forever. So I went back to school and got a degree in health services management. And so I started doing training for the military. And they sent me a lot of places throughout the country. So I've been all along the East Coast, from Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, North Carolina, all the way up to New York and Virginia, New Jersey area. I've been all along the East Coast. I've been all along the West Coast, Arizona, New Mexico, California, Washington State, all the way up to Alaska and Victoria, British Columbia in Canada. So, but I haven't been in any of the center states. So I don't know. I've never been to Kansas or Ohio or, some of those places. So I've done a lot of traveling, and I love to travel. That is my absolute favorite thing to do as far as hobbies go. So for any of you all that don't travel, get out and travel, get out and see the world on whatever level you can do it. If it's nothing but, getting out to your, the next town that you've never seen or been in, get out, see the world, expand your horizons. Thank you, Destiny Forever. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, I travel doing travel training. So I used to actually teach all the military dentists how to document in the computer. So doing electronic health records. And so I still kind of do that now. So I enjoy it. I don't travel anymore though. I'm stationary. So working in one hospital, I do miss the travel, but you just can't travel like that when you have a family from home. And sometimes we do still have to be in the office. So it's kind of, both right now. But I love cruises. I do like cruises. Cruises are not my favorite. I'm at and really take in the city. And a lot of times when I'm on a cruise, I have to be very diligent about what I'm going to do in the amount of time that they give you. For some reason, it's never enough time. So, because I like to do a lot of excursions, I'm the one that signs up for every excursion. I want to go see and do everything. So I prefer to just go to a resort sometimes and just stay. If I do a cruise, it's like when I want to see several different islands that I may not have seen. So I'll go do a cruise and hang out on each island for a little bit, see what they have to offer, and try to decide which one I'm actually going to go back to and stay at. So that's kind of how I look at cruises, but they're definitely fun. I enjoy doing them. That's you on cruises. Yeah. Yeah. So, and the other thing I do like about cruises is that it does force you to get some rest, because on those days when you're just out at sea and you're just traveling, then, those are the days that I usually rest. Because if I have an opportunity to go do something fun, I'm going to sign up for it. And then I'm the one that comes back from vacation needing a vacation. So I like to, because I like to go and do. I mean, it's fun for me to get out and travel and do fun stuff that I don't get to do in my hometown. So um, everyone saying hi. Good. Let's see. What else can I tell you all? Oh, so You Can Talk. You Can Talk is that's why we're here. You Can Talk is a ministry that is really just sort of been sitting in my spirit for many years. I didn't have the name for it, but for a long time, I've always felt that there was something that I needed doing. Teaching is sort of my gift in the fivefold ministry. So I'm just naturally gifted to be able to teach. I do come from a family of educators. I do have a lot of teachers in my family, principals, vice principals, all that. So, and my mother was a teacher, my aunt was a teacher, and I was raised by them. And I mean, if you've ever grew up around a teacher, everything is a learning experience. So that's kind of how I grew up. Um, so teaching is my gift. And then I just have a passion for communication. So a passion for people. Like I love people. People fascinate me. The way I view people is every time I see a person, I feel like I'm meeting a piece of God. So I want to get to know the God in that person, whether they realize that he's in them or not. So teachers are not paid enough. They are not. They are most definitely not paid enough. And the funny thing is my mother wanted me to be a teacher, obviously. It was the last thing I wanted to do. And the main reason I didn't want to be a teacher was because she would never stop working. I mean, you leave your job at night, you go home, you have to grade papers, you have to do lesson plans, you have to prepare for art projects and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I want a job that's going to be over when I walk out that door. Like, teaching was the last thing I wanted to do. So I grew up enough going to those classrooms, preparing all that stuff. I mean, it's just unbelievable the amount of work that teachers have to put in on a daily basis, year round, even when they're in the summers. So yeah, that turned me off from teaching. But little did I know I would still end up in that realm. Doing it for the government and in training and stuff like that. So, and it just became something that was just kind of natural and easy for me to do. So that's kind of how I ended up in that. So also with the You Can Talk, so like I said, communication is my passion, people are my passion. And I grew up traveling and just seeing a lot of people, struggling in their relationships. I grew up even struggling with relationships that I've been in. I grew up in a good family, a very, spiritual, something that was important to me and became a passion for me. And I found myself always being in the position of people coming to me and asking me, telling me what they're struggling with certain people that they were in relationships with, and trying to figure out how to say what they wanted to say or how they needed to say it. And it was just like, that was always the case. And I'm like, okay, well, have you tried this? Have you said it this way? Have you done this? And people would be like, oh, okay, well, let me try that. Let me do that. And it just became a thing where, and I was like, okay, this must be something here. So that was how it kind of got started. And then God gave me You Can Talk. And then I just decided, okay, well, I don't know what you want me to do with this, but I'm going to go ahead and try and get started. So I did. Just gathering up all the things that I've been through in life and the challenges I've had. Every lesson I have on my channel, every video I put out is something that I have literally had to experience myself. So a lesson I had to learn, a hurdle I had to jump over, something I had to get through. All of it is all personal. So I just want to share the lessons that I have had to learn with other people in hopes that, it will help them in some way. So I'm not a counselor, I'm not a coach, but I very strongly, firmly believe in coaches and counselors and psychologists and psychiatrists. I'm not that. I'm not even, and I have, a word, and I just want to share what I have. So I can't fix everyone's communication problems, but if I can share what I've learned along my journeys and it helps somebody else, then that's what I want to do. Because everyone's not going to show up at a church. Everyone's not going to go to a counselor. Some people will never see a psychologist or a psychiatrist at all. And so I kind of want to be the person that kind of fills in those gaps for people. So if I can kind of fill in the gap for people who wouldn't want to do that, and they'll sit and listen to a 10-minute or 2-minute video. Then, yeah. Any other questions? I don't know if my screen is stuck or. Can y'all hear me? Can everyone still hear me? Uh-oh. How do I like being married? I love being married. I kind of feel like you're either called to be married or you're not. Because when you get married, you learn quickly, either you learn this or you don't, that marriage is not really for you, or it is for you. Marriage is not about you. So marriage is about, how can I explain this? Marriage is about, it is about you in one sense, but it's also about everyone that you're connected to. So it's bigger than just you and the person. And if you're not called to be selfless, then you're going to struggle in marriage. You're most definitely going to struggle in marriage. So marriage is about putting a part of you aside in order to be giving and loving and there for someone else. And I love being married. I love having that partner. I love having that person that you can trust and lean on, and that teammate. When you're in a good marriage, it is phenomenal. When you're in a bad marriage, it is horrible. So, and I've had challenges both ways, but I didn't get married my first time till I was 38. So I mean 28. I waited for a long time to get married because I was out having a good time. So I was not ready to get married. Even my first marriage, I was like, oh no, I think he wants to propose. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I had to get my mind ready to get married. So I enjoyed being single. So I know what it's like to be single and dating, and I know what it's like to be married. And I like both. I like both ways. You know, I like it both ways. I like being single, and I do enjoy being married. And especially this time around, it's just been phenomenal. Having twins is crazy. It's crazy. Twins run in my family. My mom has a twin brother, and then my mom's oldest sister has a twin brother. So my grandmother had 2 sets of twins and also 4 other children. So she has 8 kids. And in the first few months, you don't get any sleep. Everything's double duty. It looks like somebody's trying to, it takes work. Yes, marriage does take work for sure. Lots of work. And if you're willing to put in the work, and it takes work from 2 people, one person can't work hard enough for the other person who's not wanting to do any work. So if you have someone who's not wanting to do work, you can't do all the work for you and that person. It's not going to work. You're just going to struggle. You're going to wear yourself out. You're going to burn yourself out. And you're going to get bitter, and it'll end up being not good. So for sure, it's work. And twins is also work, but I feel like, God blessed us with them because he knew we could handle it. So that's where we are with twins. It's double duty. We enjoy the twins bring a lot of attention. So if you're a person that's okay with attention, it's fine. But if you're not, you have to be prepared for that, because people are going to stop you every single time they see you. I have a boy and a girl twin. And my mom has a twin brother. And like I said, and my mom's oldest sister has a twin brother. So boy, girl twins run in my family. So what else was I saying? Hello, did I have some? Oh, no. Thank you, Burns, for hiding this person who's trying to. I didn't think I'd get a troll the first day. Wow, that's amazing. So I guess so. Okay, hello? Are y'all still there? The funniest thing that happened at my wedding. Oh, we had a rather small wedding. So we really didn't have any funny things. We really didn't have too much funny stuff that happened, I don't think, at our wedding. Hi, Lady B Ashley. I don't know anything funny that happened at our wedding. It was pretty smooth. It was short and it was small. We didn't want to have a huge wedding. So we got married outside up on a hill at a little kind of chapel like thing. Um, oh, Cindy can tell me a couple things. We definitely enjoyed the honeymoon. We went to Maui. A phenomenal time. If y'all have never been to Maui or Hawaii, any island, it doesn't even have to be Maui. Any island on Hawaii is absolutely gorgeous. It was definitely, it's beautiful. It's and the funny thing about Hawaii, my husband and I said it's the one. We've been to a lot of islands, but it's the one place that we felt like home. It was weird. We felt very comfortable there, very unbothered. Like sometimes you go to these islands and people are like bombarding you with all kinds of stuff. I mean, when you go to Hawaii, I mean, people are just like you're just there. They welcome you. They're very friendly, open. So we found that to be very nice, but it's also very expensive. Hawaii is very expensive. So and we were broke. We didn't have any money. We saved our little coin instead of going to, instead of having a wedding, we decided to have a nice honeymoon because that was going to be more important to us. And so we spent all of our money. I think like the fourth day, I think we were there for like six days. And I think like the fourth day, it was like, okay, we're running out of money. So we might need to get ready to head back home or have a day of rest. But it is as beautiful as everything you ever see on TV. So we did a lot there. We did a lot, the waterfalls, everything is just breathtakingly beautiful. Breathtakingly beautiful. So if you ever get an opportunity to go there and do that, do. Do save your money. It's worth every dime to do that. And I can't say we've been to a lot of islands. I've been to islands with my friends. I've been to islands with family, and I've been to islands with my husband. And I love all the islands. I can't say that I've really been to a bad island. It's just sometimes they can bombard you with, all the selling. Sometimes you have to kind of get away from the touristy areas so that you can actually enjoy the island and see. And I'm definitely the one to do that. Like I'll just call a taxi and, figure out what I want to do there and then go do it. I don't always book things. I've done it both ways, and I've had fun doing it both ways. So it just depends on whether or not you feel safe on that island. It's just kind of up to your judgment. Hey, cousin Paul, how are you doing? Thank you. Love you, cousin. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, all my family's in East Texas. So not too far from Louisiana, in a little town called Tyler. Woo-hoo. So Tyler, Texas, that's where most of my family is from. I was born in the city, but I spent all of my summers in the country. So, and we used to have a ton of fun. We, did everything there was to do out in the country, fishing, picking berries and all kinds of stuff. So So I had a lot of rich memories out in the country, just everything, riding horses and, riding motorcycles and dirt bikes with my cousins, just all kinds of stuff we did, everything we could think of to do. It was what we did pretty much in the country. So I got to spend my summers doing that. And then during the year I would be in the city. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? How am I dealing with COVID? Well, it's been a huge challenge for me because normally I would have taken at least 2 vacations by now. And because of COVID, we're not going anywhere. I refuse to get on a plane because I'm just so concerned that, hey, how you doing? So concerned about getting sick on a plane. And so that's something I refuse to do right now. And then I'm just nervous about staying in a hotel. So I'm not doing that right now. And so I said, it's not worth it. I'll wait it out. Hopefully maybe next summer we'll get to do some things. I've had the kids home a lot, and trying to work with 2 3-year-olds has been extremely challenging. So I can't just like give them an activity and say, okay, go do this and they'll be fine. It's like, no, mommy. They want it, wherever I am is where they want to be. So at 3, they're, they just want to be everywhere you are. So COVID has been a challenge, and just trying to keep them safe and trying to keep all of us safe. It's been a challenge. My mother, that's a concern because she's older and she has all those underlying illnesses. And so, we're just trying to take all the necessary precautions as much as possible to try to be careful. We're taking it serious. And, and I'm going to say this too, for those of you who are not taking COVID seriously, I really want you to change your mind about that, because people are dying every day. And we see in our hospital the rate of people coming in who are catching it. And the thing that's scary about COVID is that you don't know how your body is going to respond to it. We had a healthy young nurse die just last week from COVID. So you can get it and you can think that you're going to be fine and end up dying, or you can get it and it be like a common cold for you. And you just don't know how your body's going to respond to it. And it's just not worth, taking that risk. Seriously, it's just not worth taking that risk. Let's see. You have 2 3-year-olds. I have 17. You have 17 3-year-olds? Are you a teacher? Hi, D at Spectral 17. Destiny Forever Walks. Are you in teaching? You say you have 17 3-year-olds? Thank you for coming in, D. Yeah, if you have 17 3-year-olds, yes, COVID is very scary. COVID is it's something to be taken seriously. I'll say that. It's something to be taken more seriously than what people are taking it. Oh, you are a teacher. Oh my goodness. Hey, Titus. Hey, brother-in-law. How are you doing? Thanks for coming into my first live. I appreciate you, brother-in-law. Yes. Bless you, teacher. My hats go off to you. I don't know how y'all are going to, do school in the fall. We're seeing all kinds of stuff. So I can imagine, how challenging that's going to be on so many levels. So my prayers go out to you all, seriously, with this teaching. So thankfully, we've not lost any family members to COVID, but I have lost friends who've lost had family members that have been lost to COVID, several. And so it definitely is close. Yes, I appreciate you. I thank you all for being up late too. I know on the East Coast, it's like 10 o'clock right now. I'm not a late person. You have the young threes and they are so full of energy in life. They are super full of energy in life. My favorite age is when they get like around 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are my favorite ages. So I'm not rushing them to get there because I do love seeing this cute little stage of 2 and 3. But the it's definitely challenged the energy level, and especially being an older mom, it remind me that I'm not that young. They definitely remind me that I'm not that young. So, but they're a ton of fun. They're a ton of fun, and I'm super, super excited to be a mom. I waited to be a mom for a long time, on purpose. I did wait to be. I didn't mean to wait quite this long, but I did mean to not have them very young. So I wanted to get out and have fun and do all the things that I wanted to do before I settled down and had a family. And that's what I did. And I don't regret doing that one bit. Yes, we're definitely praying for all the educators and all the first responders, everyone. If you're out there in the public, dealing with the public on any level, we are praying for you for sure, because it is, this COVID is real, and it's taking people's lives every day, unapologetically. No, it's not. It takes everybody. It's equal opportunity COVID. So yes, your aunt passed away 5 days ago. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dee. I'm so sorry. I don't know about you. I was super close to my aunts, and I've lost them all. So I definitely know what a struggle it is to lose someone that is very close to you, whether it's a grandparent. I've lost my grandparents and all my aunts and uncles. My mom is the only one left of 8 children. So I definitely know, how challenging and painful that can be. So my heart and prayers go out to you, Dee, at Spectral 17. I hope you take one day at a time and cherish all the memories that you have with them, and just keep those memories close to your heart and enjoy the time that you shared with them. Okay, for sure. I'll be praying for you for sure. Yep. Is everyone doing okay out there with COVID? Is there anyone struggling themselves with any COVID? No. Okay. Well, good. I hope everyone is doing well and being careful and taking care of themselves out there. So on this channel, I hope to talk a lot about the topics and things that I've already put out. And then I have a lot, more stuff that I want to put out to come. If I can bring in some special guests, I definitely plan on doing that. We're going to talk about relationships with, people you're married to, people you're not married to. We're going to talk about people who struggle in their communication with their kids, with their coworkers, family, all that. I hope to, sort of dig into all that if you're having any sort of communication issues. So whatever you're struggling with, if you all too want to email me, my email is youcantalkhealthier@gmail.com. youcantalkhealthier@gmail.com. So if y'all do have some communication struggles that you want to share with me, we can, put those in some of our topics of discussions on Saturday nights. I chose this time because this is when my kids are asleep, and it's the best time that I think that I can be consistent at being here. I know it's late for you all over on the East Coast. So if you can't come on, that's fine. Whoever can make it, I appreciate it. And but yeah, I think I may move it up to like 8:30 9:30 East Coast time. I may move it from 8:30 to 9:30, but it definitely won't be any later because I'm actually not a a late night person. I'm actually a morning person. I prefer to be doing this at like, 5 o'clock in the morning, but not so much a late night owl. Yes. Thank you, Cindy. Well, if everyone is good, if y'all don't have any more questions, I'm good with this live. If you yes, I freak out when I don't see people wearing a mask. Yeah. When I first started wearing a mask, it felt strange, having to wear, like, I wore a mask for years in dentistry, but it was weird walking up to people because I am very much a people person. It felt weird, like, walking up to somebody and people being like, you know, like, don't get close to me. Like, don't get close to me. It's like, oh, whoa, like, you know. So I definitely had to get used to that. That was kind of a change for me. It kind of made me feel like I had the cooties. And I was like, did I, clean today? So I was like, okay, it's the COVID thing. It's not you, Ruth. It's the COVID thing. So I had to get used to that, being out in public. And then I started getting that way. Like, if somebody got too close to me, I'd be like, hey, can you back up a little bit? Like, I don't need you this close to me. But now it's sort of the norm. Now I think you almost get to where you feel naked without your mask. So let's see. The doctor wants me to take medicine for panic attacks. Oh yeah, panic attacks is very common. Very common. It's a challenge. Yes, please wear a mask. Yes. My 1-year-old Jean. Great job, office. I like your presentation and how you carry out your live stream. Thank you. Well, like I said, this live stream is very informal, uncut, unedited. I just wanted you all to, get to see me, get to hear me, and talk to me, and it not be all formal. And I want to keep it that way. I want to keep this casual, and where we can get on here and talk about, some of the communication issues that we're struggling with. So for sure, this is how. And you know what? I want to give a huge, before I forget this, I don't want anyone to get off this, to Vern's junk closet. She's here moderating in my live. And I can't thank you enough. You, who else? Be Amazing Sylvia, Boss Life Online, Clean Mills TV, the Ranger, Team Ranger, I think 92308, Just Teresa, Pandy's Hair Candy. They do this drop the link day where you can go out and drop your link. Well, not you, but if you go on the channel, you can drop your link. And if you're a new YouTuber and you've not done YouTube, that long, you learn really quickly how difficult it is to, get your channel out there and promote it, because YouTube doesn't do it for you. Like, you literally have to climb that hill yourself. And it's a challenge trying to promote your channel. And especially for somebody like me who's not on multiple platforms of social media. And they do this drop the link day where you can, join their channel and get on their video, and then they'll drop your link for you in a little 2 minutes or less. And you have to do a video that's like at least 2 minutes or less. And they'll drop that link for your video in their chat, their live chat, and people can go out and look at your video. And if they like you, they can subscribe to you, or if they don't have to. Either way, it just helps your channel to be visible. And so they came up with this idea, and it's just been phenomenal. I don't make every single one of them. I try to get on as many as I can. But they do a great job at helping small YouTubers promote their channels. So really, Verns, I appreciate y'all, and Be Amazing Sylvia, Boss Life Online, all of y'all who were a part of that. Phenomenal, just amazing. And I thank you, because I'm seeing the results. So I appreciate you all. tremendously. So for those of you all who are new to YouTube or you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, definitely get hooked up with Vern's Junk Closet and that whole group that they have going there. It's just great. So thank you, Nevin. I love you. Yes, you're welcome, Verns. You're welcome. I can't speak enough to what y'all are doing. Seriously. It's just helping so many people, and I think it's going to get crazier as y'all try to, have more and more people on there, more people hear about it, because it's a great way to promote small YouTube channels. Because other than that, you'd have to pay like a ton of money probably to try to get people to do all these things. They promise you all these subscribers and all this other kind of stuff, and you're not forced to do it. You're not forced to do it, so you're not forced to join anybody or anything. So it's just a way to help you get your stuff out there, and that's it. And if people like it, they'll subscribe, and hopefully they'll stick around if your content is worth taking in. So I always say, if you feed people, they will come. So if you give them something that's beneficial and helpful to them, then they will continue to come back. And so that's my goal. That's my goal, is to put something out there that's worth people's time and worth people coming in and hearing what you have to say and learning, being able to take something away. Because those are the kind of channels that I'm attracted to. Like, I enjoy watching the fun stuff, but a lot of times too, sometimes I need help with things. And I'm like, oh, let me see if somebody's put a video out on this before, because I'm struggling with this. And so that's kind of, I'll look for channels that have some sustenance in them too. But I do enjoy the fun stuff too. I love seeing people, color their hair and, eating crazy things and all kinds of stuff, playing pranks on people. I'll be like, ooh. So yeah, it's all kinds of stuff out there. I mean, YouTube is an awesome platform for, just being you and being able to just, put your stuff out there on whatever level you can. And it gives everybody a platform in it to be amazing, to do something, to be seen and all that. And I used to think social media was, just for people who didn't have a lot of friends. And I know, like I say, that was a very narrow-minded view. But, when I see the connections that people have made and the families that are out there, I'm just amazed at how much. I mean, I think I see people spending more time on YouTube than they probably do in their own families. So, really, if you can develop that kind of bond with people and they can have some meaning in your life, I think it's phenomenal. So, and if that's done electronically for you or in person, which right now pretty much has to be done electronically because in person is not even possible anymore. So, but yes, to be their authentic self. Yes, you can definitely be your authentic self. I see it all out there. I know y'all do too. I know y'all do too, because y'all been on this longer than I have. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say thank you to everybody. I'm not going to take up any more of y'all's time just chit-chatting. I appreciate every single one of you who came in to, take a look and see what this is about. And I hope that you will come back. I'm going to be here every Saturday night from 9 to 10. If I feel like I need to move it up, I may move it up, but it won't be more than 30 minutes. I might do like 8:30 to 9:30 instead of 9 to 10. But I don't know. We'll just kind of see how it goes. So, but I appreciate all y'all for coming in. Yes, thank everyone. Thank you, every single person. I appreciate you taking time out of your life to, find out about me, and you can talk. Thanks. Yes. So I am going to get ready to get off, and I'll see you guys next Saturday night. But I put my tips out on Tuesday. So every Tuesday I do put out a talk tip, something quick and dirty that you can, hopefully will help you through, something that you might be struggling with, or just a little reminder of something that we need to be reminded of. Hey, Karen, I didn't even see you sneaking up in here. Hi, Brenda. Thank you. I love you. So I do that on Tuesdays, and then on Thursdays I do a full lesson. So I try not to make those more than 15 minutes. So usually between 10 to 15 minutes is kind of what I like to shoot for on my lessons. Saturdays, I'm going to do these informal live sessions where I'll probably talking about whatever lesson it is that I talked about on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So to kind of keep in the same vein, because I don't want to have to be coming up with new content every single time I jump on. So that's a lot, and I have a lot going on already. So I'll try to keep the topic similar for throughout the week. So when we jump on the live, we can kind of talk about whatever it was I put out on Tuesday and Thursday. So that's pretty much what will be coming. So I have lots of good stuff ahead, and I hope to see you guys back. And if not, enjoy yourself. Whenever you want to come in, just pop in and say hi. All right. I'm going to get off, and I appreciate every single one of you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.